Hey everyone, Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 13. I just got done watching it. So Eugene is talking to Stephanie. Eugene is my boy. He's smart and he doesn't deserve what's happening to him right now. Maybe he does karma for for him lying in the beginning, but goddamn, wouldn't we all try to do what we could to survive? Not the fake Stephanie, the real Stephanie, the one he was talking to all along. She gives her side of the story as to what's going on, and it's kind of interesting. So they talk about that. Lance Hornsby and Pamela Milton are on their way to Alexandria. They're going to go check out the other three communities and see how things are going and if they could bring them into the fold as part of the Commonwealth. Pamela Milton doesn't really seem interested. Lance wants to do it. So they meet with Aaron. Aaron's really turned into his own kind of leader at Alexandria. So I hope he knows what he's getting into. At Alexandria, Daryl's there with him. On one hand, I'm kind of amazed at Daryl joining the Commonwealth and living like that. But he's got kids now. He's got RJ and Judith, and he's got to take care of them. She talks to them. They, kind of check out Alexandria. Alexandria is in bad shape, and how many times have we seen it that way? I'm glad they're building it back up, but God, I'd just be so tempted to go live in the Commonwealth. They go to Oceanside. Oceanside's open to what's going on, but they wanna go with whatever Maggie says. I don't get Oceanside. I know they have their freedom and they're by the ocean and all this good stuff, but I just don't get it. And Maggie so far doesn't seem to want to join up with the Commonwealth. So they go to Hilltop. And on the way to Hilltop, they find Maggie. She's on a horse and cart heading her way back to Hilltop, I'm presuming. And she has to take out a few walkers. Maggie is always really, she kicks ass and, but I just don't get her lately. She comes off as a real bitch. And they meet, they go back to the Hilltop, take a look around. The stormtroopers start helping them do some stuff, giving out supplies and food that they brought with them to give to people. Mercer, it just comes off as a badass motherfucker. And basically, it's Pamela Milton trying to convince Maggie to join the Commonwealth. And Maggie seems a little resistant to it, but everybody else there is kind of like, wow, we can get help. We can do this stuff. Let's do it. If you were at the Hilltop, wouldn't you want to take the help of the Commonwealth? I mean, Hilltop's always been not as good as Alexandria, and Alexandria's been doing terrible. You tell me you're bringing me food, you're bringing me supplies, and I can go back and live with you and have electricity and, restaurants and all this stuff. Fuck yeah. Eugene is talking to Rosita, and they're it looks like they're at a lake. They're on a deck, sitting on a bench. Baby Coco is there with Rosita. This lake is one of the most beautiful scenes, just absolutely beautiful. And it kind of shows more of the scope of the Commonwealth, that it's not just this little town, encased inside of a wall. They've got a big area. They've got a lake and woods, stuff going on. So, Rosita, Eugene starts to tell her the whole story about Lance Hornsby and fake Stephanie and everything that's going on, but he kind of holds back. Rosita likes it at the Commonwealth. Like Daryl, Rosita's making the right choice. She's got a kid, and she needs that safety that they provide for her. People would be willing to give up a little bit of their freedom to have that. She wants that safety for not only herself, but for Coco. I'm curious to what Eugene's going to do, because he's a smart man. Being backed up against a wall like that is not very smart for Hornsby. He'll come to regret it when it comes to Eugene. Then we go back and Maggie gives her real, at the end, she says, we're not joining, I'm not accepting your offer because everything has a price. Maggie's acting a lot like her dad. When Rick and everybody showed up at the farm, he didn't want to take them in. He didn't want them to come there. He didn't want to help them. he said, okay, I'll let you stay here for a few days and regroup, but you got to go. And he kept telling him all through that season, you got to go. You got to go. Your people got to go. And Maggie's acting like him because she just doesn't trust the Commonwealth. And she says, thank you, but no thank you. You got to go. Interesting parallel between her and her father. And so she doesn't join him. Much like Daryl and Rosita, Maggie's got a kid. Why is she not jumping at this? They're not coming in and bashing brains like Negan did. Become a part of it. Hilltop's going to stay on its own, and Oceanside's going to stay on its own, but Alexandria is joining with the Commonwealth. Aaron really wants to help. He's seen what the stormtroopers and people are doing to help them. So I think Aaron's making the right decision. I mean, these people are definitely helping rebuild Alexandria and helping with things that just weren't going to happen without him. That's really about all that happened in the episode, but there's a lot more to it than that. I'm just kind of hitting on the points of it. When is Rick going to show up and give him that head turn, that when you know shit is going to start, here he comes? I still want to know what happened to Negan. And is he going to come back? And can he play a part in all this? That can't be the end of Jeffrey Dean Morgan in the story. Next week, episode 13, let's see what the hell happens. Things are going to get good from here.